today is National Poinsettia Day in memory of the South Carolina native that started our country's love for the holiday flower.
More than 80 million poinsettias are sold each year, but it wasn't always that way. Meteorologist Alex Calamia explains how this plant became so big right here in the U.S.
No holiday decor is complete without poinsettias. They're the most sold flowering potted plant in America.
We specialize in potted flowering plants.
Bruce's Greenhouses in Blythewood starts their poinsettias in July, so they're ready to send them to nurseries by November.
Inside these greenhouses, you'll find over 20,000 of these tropical loving flowers.
The American obsession with poinsettias started in South Carolina in the 1820s with Representative Joel Poinsett, the first minister to Mexico.
Poinsettias are actually a native of Mexico. So they really, it's pretty funny, end up being our Christmas plant. It's because of its color, but it doesn't actually like cold weather.
In the wild, poinsettias are tall, lanky, and only show their colors for a few days. But in the 1950s and 60s, researchers discovered how to make the blooms last longer, and today they come in more than 100 shapes and colors.
Red obviously is the most predominant. We do white, pink, marble, and then some specialty novelty colors. All the different poinsettia colors people perceive as the bloom is actually just the color of the bract.
The bract are the colorful leaves that surround the tiny yellow bloom. But that bloom is important to look for when you're picking out the perfect poinsettia.
Ideally, what you would like is that yellow to really start showing in early December.
If the center blooms look finished, the beautiful colors around it
might actually start to fade before it gets to Christmas.
But can you keep poinsettias after Christmas?
That is definitely the most common question I get, probably.
The answer is yes. The color will fade after the holidays, but a warm spot outside during the summer and 12 hours of darkness in the fall is all it needs to show off again and again and again. I'm meteorologist Alex Calamia.
Yeah, and
so pretty.
It's so beautiful, right? And to think that those flowers that are just widespread across the country now, they all started here in South Carolina. Now, they were popular in Mexico for other traditions, not so much the Christmas time holiday at the time, but nowadays, you know, Christmas doesn't happen without the decorations. Now, Joel Poinsett, who was the person who actually brought those to the U.S., he passed away in Sumter County on this day in 1851.
Wow.
Yeah, and so you can actually visit his burial site in the Midlands. It's right at the Church of Holy Cross in Statesburg. So if you're looking for a little history trip, that would be one to go to.
Yeah, I tell you, I did not know until, we were reading the story that poinsettias started right here in South Carolina. I had no idea.
No idea.
Yeah.
And I learned that they were the most popular plant in the country. I didn't know that. And by a lot, about 1/4 of any flowering potted plant that's sold in the United States is a poinsettia.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, which is amazing because they're only sold 6 weeks out of a year. So you figure maybe it's the geraniums or the pansies. Nope, they're the poinsettias.
They're extremely popular. I mean, we see them in churches this time of year.
Absolutely.
A lot of people have fundraisers with them too as well.
And they're so beautiful. I know now when I look at a poinsettia, I'm going to, now I won't be able to look at it the same, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause there's so much rich history in this, and you have opened my eyes to so much.
Well, I'm glad. And if you've noticed in recent years, there are more different types than there have ever been before, too. It used to just be the red when we were younger. And now they've got the freckles. They've got the curly ones. They've got so many different types. So it's a really fun time of year to go plant shopping, that's for sure.
This is why he's the president of the garden club.
Exactly. and I did hear, do you know if this is true or not, that we should try to keep these away from our pets, from dogs and stuff, that they could be poisonous?
So they could be poisonous for certain animals, but a lot of potted plants are. Peace lilies are very popular. Those are poisonous. So you just got to be careful in general.
Just be mindful.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, thank you, Alex.